Again, give you an update on the van build. I've learned a lot of things since I last talked with you. Number one, we got real lucky on this particular van deal. I liked it because it had the low mileage, 102,000. It didn't have a, it has an Allison transmission, and it has a Mercedes-Benz engine, really, highly regarded. So that's good to know. What I'm doing now is I'm doing the floor. That's something that's really important when you're doing, especially a step van that's all aluminum, because I'll show you what happens is, see, that's all aluminum. But look, that's those rivets and these bolts here, they're made of steel, stainless steel. So what happens there is you have electrolysis set up, and it causes the especially the aluminum to rust. It kind of turns into a powder. Look over there where I've already drilled out some of the, that's the worst damage there. What I have to do is I got to drill out as many of these rivets as I can and take out the bolts, treat everything for rust, put another barrier between the steel plates and the aluminum, and then I'm going to bolt everything or sheet metal, screw everything together with aluminum bolts and nuts, so that the only problem I'll have is in areas where I'm going from aluminum into steel, and it's not going to really affect the aluminum except the aluminum in the bolt, and that I can live with because I can always remove that later on in 5 or 10 years and replace it if it becomes very rusty. But that's how you can kind of test it out, is you put a magnet on it and it doesn't stick, it's aluminum, but if it does and sticks, it's steel, and if it's next to aluminum, it's going to rust. So you're going to have to unbolt it, or you're going to have to drill out the rivets. We got lucky on this truck because it's a Connecticut Gas Company truck with low mileage. That's the kind of thing you want to look for when you're doing the van, because it was probably driven by 1 or 2 guys. They knew how to drive the truck. They knew its eccentricities, and so they didn't destroy it. Where if you're getting a truck that's like a moving truck, man, you might have 1,000 people driven that truck, put it in reverse by accident, and Lord knows what. So the thing really, it runs fantastic. The good news is we got it through Maryland's notorious, evilly hard inspection. It's not really, it's designed so you're not going to be able to drive. Especially if you don't have a lot of money, forget about it. Because they give you a 1 month, and then you lose your tags. Well, how can you get anything done in a month? The only way you can do it is take it up to the mechanic where the inspection is going to be done and have them do it, and you spend a few $1,000s. But, as long as you're not dirt poor, unfortunately, we could do it. But it's coming along good. I mean, my son Andy got the ceiling stuff down. That's all good. And I'm going to repurpose all that insulation there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get this all cleaned up, and I'm going to get it all treated for rust, whether it's aluminum or underneath the, because there's a steel, there's iron under here, a frame. I'm going to take this off, these things off, this unbolts too. I'm going to treat all the iron with one type of rust treatment and the aluminum with another kind. I'll put a barrier, probably pond rubber, it's neoprene rubber. It's very durable and good. Put it between that so there's no electrolysis and it won't rust. Then what I do is I'm going to paint it all, get it painted we'll prime it first and then paint it. And then what I'll do is I'm going to get the kind of insulation that you have in the engine bay, where it's kind of about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch foam rubber. Then it's on the back of that, it's aluminum sheet. It's very sticky. Stick that down. Then I'm going to put a layer of that old ceiling insulation. It's all fiberglass on top of that. And then what I'm going to do is I got a bunch of this indoor-outdoor gray carpeting. I'm going to put that on the very top of it, and I'll put these metal strips, hold the corners down, back on again. And then, the cab will be pretty much ready, aside from the chairs, which we're going from 3 chairs down to 2. We're deleting this back one, but that had the best seat, so we're going to take a seat off of that and put it on the new passenger chair. And what we're doing is, it was here. We're going to close up these holes. We're going to move the plate that holds that pedestal over to here. Take this one electrical box that I think it looks like it's going to the own-end generator, which we're getting ready to remove now. And that space will be open. We'll take the mounting plate for that and put it over here and mount the seat that was here right there, because the door is going to be here getting into the back of the RV. And one thing you want to know is you don't take an aluminum floor like this and bolt the chair into that and think that that's going to stay put when you slam into something, because it's going to pop right out of that aluminum and you're going to sail through, probably depending how fast you're going, maybe 20, 30 feet out through that window. So you got to have steel reinforcement that's bolted in to the frame before you can do that. But I tell you, we've been working pretty hard since it's come back here, and just wanted to give you an update. Have a good day. Bye bye.